Hello, this is Chaim Shapiro from Shore College. Well, you might have noticed it. If you log on to LinkedIn today, there's a brand new user interface. Actually, this is both on the actual desktop. I also have this on my iOS app. To me, this actually looks like a very nice change. It looks more user-friendly here. You see here the top toolbar is not colored in black. They changed some of the icons to make them a little bit easier to understand and to use. The colors are also a little bit softer. You see here if I'm writing a post, the photo, video, event, and write articles are more clearly delineated, which again I think is a good thing. One thing I don't like to start off here is you see here the advertisements are featured much more prominently at the top. Plus down over here, it looks like LinkedIn is going to be able to present certain articles that they want to present and make sure that more people click on those articles by changing the colors. Now let's take a look at a couple of the other changes here. Now, if I go to who viewed my profile, I can see some people who actually have LinkedIn profiles without photographs or have it set so second degrees cannot see it. And they changed the icon that shows up for people when they don't actually have something on there. I actually like that a little bit because it looks a little bit better than sort of the blank thing that was there before. But again, I think it's very important for people to make sure that they have their photos up there. In addition, if I go to my network here and I click on my connections as soon as this goes through, they changed something in the search. In the past, you could only actually remove people from your network by clicking the three buttons if they showed up in order here. If you do the search, it disabled that. So let's say I want to get rid of all the LinkedIn open networkers on my account. I just did that. Very simply now I can remove those connections. So if you have some connections that really aren't of value to you based on some search terms you can find, it's much, much easier to remove them than it was in the past. In addition, messaging looks a lot more smooth to me over here. The colors are much better. It also looks like there's a more wider variety of emojis, what I'm trying to say, that you can actually use here. Plus, there are more GIFs that are available, or GIFs that are available and easier to put into here. Now, there's something good and something bad about that because in some sense, I want LinkedIn to still remain professional. It looks like they've gone almost completely the way of WhatsApp here. Another thing I wanted to show you here, if I go down to view profile, and I always tell people to make sure to sync their employer and their company with the employer account on LinkedIn. You see here when you don't do that, it actually looks a little bit better than the blank one they had there before. So again, I do think that is a good change to LinkedIn. One more thing I wanted to show you here is under events. From what I hear, LinkedIn is going to be actually integrating with Zoom and BlueJeans. So I'm assuming relatively soon, you're going to be able to actually schedule Zoom or BlueJeans sessions directly from the events. I'm assuming it's going from the events here on LinkedIn. In addition, one last thing that I think that I heard that was changed is LinkedIn just added a stories feature that's only available on the mobile app. I don't have access to it yet, but I'll definitely show you what that looks like once I have access to it. Thank you for listening. I think this is overall pretty good changes to LinkedIn, and we'll see what users think about it over the long term.